A question a lot of guys in this kind of beard product space or industry or community wonder and then actually ask me would be, why do beard companies keep dropping scents, or specifically my favorite scents? Why does this happen? And there's really only two answers and two answers only. And I'm going to tell them to you right now. You don't even have to skip ahead to try and find the answer through the video. Number one, because they don't sell as well as the other scents, or they don't sell as well as new scents that they have coming in that they predict will do better. Simple, right? There's a wise man quote that says, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. We'll touch more on that. The second one, which is not thought of as much as the first one, most of you probably guessed that. You understand market and how it works. The second one, though, is they have to stop. Now, what do I mean by that? We have in the cosmetic world a governing body that oversees the safety of fragrances, essential oil or fragrance oil, when it comes to your products. Whether it's for your body, whether it's your hair, whether it's your face, whether it's your armpits, it's called IFRA, I-F-R-A. And they have a guideline for individual fragrances and how much you can use in a safe way for different applications areas. So for example, your lips, something like lip gloss, has a different IFRA safety rating as something that goes into your armpit or on your beard or whatever the case may be. It's all individual. And companies make these products with their fragrances based on the info they have. Most of the companies you guys see are likely legal. If I recommend them, I know they're legal. However, IFRA has amendments. We are on amendment at the time of filming 50 or 51, depending on when this drops and how you look at it, but we have amendments. The 49th amendment was the biggest ever. And essentially, you can be making a scent perfectly safe, perfectly legal, and then IFRA comes out and says, hey, we've done new studies, or things have changed, like essential oils, which are natural, do change. Now you can no longer use that fragrance in the same potency. Oh no. And there are companies that will have very well-selling scents, and then essentially IFRA says you can't do that anymore. We found that it can actually be really dangerous, harm someone, which in return could be a problem for your liability and lawsuits. You can't use it at that level anymore. Oh no. We'll touch more detail into that one as well, but those are the two reasons and really it. If you can think of another reason, put it down below and we'll have a discussion to see if that really checks out or maybe there's a reason why that's not valid. But first, introduction and call to action. My name is Dan C. Bearded. This video is the epitome of what I like to talk about. Beard stuff, surface level thinking, psychology, but then deeper stuff when it comes to the details like IFRA. If that vibes with you, please hit a thumbs up, right? If it doesn't, let me know why. I would love to hear why that isn't your thing. You can reach out, you can leave a comment. I'm not a sensitive guy. And then beyond that, if you do like learning about all areas of beard care and beard products, please consider subscribing if you're not. It's absolutely free. Does not cost you a thing, doesn't harm you in any way, and it really helps out with my passion, my career, and can really help get this beard information out to more people. Thank you guys, especially to those returning subscribers that keep supporting, and above all, enjoy this content. So the first one's pretty obvious. If a scent does not sell as well, it's gonna go away to make room for something new, which is exciting, and they'll see how that does. That's every industry. I don't care what it is, you look at it, old things go out, new things come in. Now, the problem with a beautiful, small-ish niche community like ours is people can get really loud. Let's say a scent gets dropped and out of the woodworks come so many people, hey, that's my favorite scent. Why are you dropping this? What is going on? Anarchy. Now, I'm an affiliate with many of these companies and I get to see data. I get to see statistics and numbers, and a lot of those people that are yelling and throwing riots and talking bad online, the last time they purchased that scent was 16 months ago. The last time they bought from this company was a year ago. And then once it's dropped, magically their whole life is ending. That's the only thing they could depend on. With that said, if you like a scent, if you like a product, if you like a company, you gotta support them with your business. You gotta consistently support them. Otherwise, you just simply can't say, oh my gosh, my life is over. I don't have that scent anymore. I understand. You have an expendable income, you have budgets, you get all that. But just also understand the reality of running a company And if it's not being profitable, if it's not selling like it should, they have to move on from it. And I know they catch so much heat when they do this. I'm literally making this video so people can process and understand. No company knows I'm making this video. No one asked me to make this video. I just had a lot of people making comments, asking questions, and I was like, I think I can help here. So just know, if it's selling well, there's not a company in the world that wants to drop a cent. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Now, the other side, the second part would be IFRA not being able to make that cent. Now, there is a little bit of like a side path. So believe it or not, there are companies out there that will dupe fragrances, meaning you can bring your beard oil that you had been making and doing very well. IFRA comes in and says, this is no longer safe and legal. You can bring that to the duping company and say, hey, I want it to smell as close to this as possible. Can you do it with legal amounts of fragrances? And they have these labs and these like very experienced like just mixologists, and they can make something close. That is an option. But a lot of companies don't like to go that route. They want to blend their own. They want to do it themselves. And oftentimes when you do that duping route and you have to make it fit the new safety guidelines, it's just not quite the same. And a lot of companies have a high standard of excellence, and they're like, I'm not going to put out a crowd favorite, something that does very well, and it's a little bit less. Now, some of you are like, Dan, I don't care. I want it a little bit less. I need this in my life. I hear you, but hopefully you understand why the company will only take the top excellence and they put a priority on safety. Now, I also have been doing this for a long time, so I also know where many of you are going, and you're like, that's big government again, stepping on the little guy. All right, hey, that's fair. I'm not here to tell anybody they're wrong. I'm not here to convince anybody. I will say IFRA is one of those like governing bodies that is whole worldwide. It's made up of scientists from every developed country. It's not attached to the US. It's not attached to any country. They're just simply trying to do what's safe and what's right. And on my side of things, I do get the terrible stories of people burning their face when they work with oils, usually like DIY or something like a beard dye, and seeing like actual second and third degree burns. I get to see those rare cases. Now, out of dealing with 90,000 subscribers, is it common? No, not at all. But it does happen. So there is validity behind this, even though it can really hurt some of the creativity and the options. I know some of you are going to be frustrated. I know some of you like to go to the government like bad thing. I get it. Go ahead. That's your right. But I will say, many years of experience with IFRA, I don't see any of the nastiness that I see with certain government agencies and certain just governments in whole. That one seems to try to do the best they can for safety. Now, if you're like, Dan, I don't care about safety, give me all the stuff. Hey, right on, dude. I hear you. But those are the two reasons. It's as simple as that. It's either not selling as well or it's not safe. Doesn't make it easier sometimes. Breaks your heart. I've had collabs recently that get away. That's just the reality of it. Luckily, we have so many amazing options. And if your favorite is leaving, that just gives you a chance to try something new. Down below, you guys, what questions do you have? Because I do know you guys are going to have some questions and want me to go further. I would love to. What experiences, what perspectives do you have to offer? Anything at all, guys, it's open down below. This is a conversation, not a lecture or a class or anything like that. Thank you guys for watching today. Dan C. Bearded. Please stay bearded and stay positive.